Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important day. Bushiroad finally went and did it. Only like what, 13 years into their company's lifetime, they finally went and made a deck list website. You know, we can all say that it took too long, but to be honest, I'll take it now, but better than never, I will rather take it now. So, deck log. So Bushiroad is releasing a thing called Bushi Navi, which is the Bushiroad Fighters Navigator, which is going to be like an app that basically lets you like sign up for tournaments, track like tournament progress and stuff like that, and it's going to be kind of like, I don't know if people have their own IDs and stuff, and you can like track your like record in your country or in your region or something, but before we actually get the Bushiroad Fighters Navigator, they released the deck log, which is an online website that you use to create deck lists, which is really, really cool. Now, the Bushi Navi and I think Decklog 2 did have an announcement in English too. Last year when they first announced this, they also said we're developing this in English. And they haven't really updated us on it in English at all, but to be honest, this one just kind of dropped as well. Like, I think there wasn't really much announcements going for it, but I'm hoping that soon enough they also release the one in English, but for now we have the Japanese one. So the Japanese one supports, of course, Vanguard, Weishwarz, Buddy Fight, which is ending this year unfortunately, but you can still make, deck lists for it here, and Rebus for you. So this is the new Bushiroad TCG that has like VTubers and stuff in it, and like Toho, and yeah, it's probably going to be Japan only, but I mean, it's just a new TCG, so they always like experiment with new titles. But of course, we are a Vanguard channel. The most we care about is Vanguard, so let's go and make some Vanguard deck lists and show you just how easy it is to use the deck log. So when you click on the Vanguard logo, you're going to get sent to this, which is you get to choose one of your regulations. So this is standard, then this is premium, so the P stands for premium, and Sono Hoka is others. So if you press the others, you can just like do like extreme fight and stuff like that, or like you can build decks of like old formats, for example, like G, and not including V series cards. But today we're going to be taking a look at, let's make a standard deck and let's make a premium deck. So let's make a standard deck. So when you click standard, you get taken to select a clan. Chrome has a built-in like translation tool, so you can use that to basically just like translate all of these, but basically it goes in the order that I think 0 goes into. So Royals, Oracles, Angel Feather, Shadow Paladin, Gold Paladin, Genesis, Kagero, Nobatama, Tachikaze, Murakumo, Narukami, Novas, Dimension Blades, Link Joker, Spikes, Dark Regulars, Pale Moon, Gear Chroniclegram, Blue, Bermuda Triangle, Aqua Force, Mega Colony, Great Nature, Neo Nectar, Token Rambu, Bang Dream, and Extreme Fight. So you don't need to select the clan, but for today, of course, I'm going to select my main Dimension Police. So of course we can also select like new stuff, so I could have chosen like Shadow Paladin and built Luard or something, but we're gonna do standard Dimension Police here. So it's very easy to use. So as you can see here on the left, this says standard, so you can choose it. If you made a mistake, you can go back and change it to a different format, and here it says Dimension Police, so you can change this to a different clan if you want to as well. Let me actually zoom in a little bit just to make it a bit more easy to see. So then here we have the like clan, like what kind of unit type. So this is all, this is normal unit, this is trigger unit, and this is order. So if you click on order, it will only show you the orders available that you can choose from to actually build a deck. And if you scroll down, it loads more of them. And then if you do like trigger units, it will only load the triggers that are available for that clan. And then here it says grade, so you can select between 0 and 5. So if I just press like grade 3s, it's going to show me just the grade 3s that this clan has, including SPs and stuff like that. So pretty cool, including orders, of course, but we're gonna do grade. I think if you just unselect it, it just does all of them. Then here is clan. So you can choose between all and Cray Elemental. So you can choose to look at just Cray Elementals here that are in standard, but that is just Valkyrion for standard. So we're just going to go back to all. And then you can also even put power. So between, so this is the minimum value. So you can put like 70,000, and the smallest one is 0. 333 also exists. Some of you might know which units those are. Then here's rarity. So you can choose, VR, going to like ZRs, XVRs, reverse triple rares like Lendios. And then here we have triggers, so you have stands. Of course, in standard there are no stands. And then you have like fronts. So of course in DP there's no fronts. But then like heals, for example, you can also do that, so select different types. So let's go build our deck. So I'm gonna start with the grade zeros here, I think. So our starter, I'm gonna choose to use my favorite Goyusha. So we're gonna click on it, and then we're gonna get taken to this. We can zoom in on it to look at the close-up picture of it. And then here, of course, you're going to click this button to see the TCG site for it. So you can see like which products you can find it in and stuff like that. So let's just add one to our deck. If you see this like random stuff pop up on my screen, that's like, it's basically a plugin to Chrome called Rikaikun, which like translates kanji for you on the spot. So it's good to help you read sometimes. Then, of course, we're going to add some perfect guards. So let's add 4 of these. So you can just like click on a card multiple times to add it, you know, so you can see here. I'll do like bomb, 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 bomb. I'm not even clicking on the plus actually. Let me disable Rikaikun for now. It's popping up a little bit too much. So we had 4 heals. Let's add some crits too. I like this crit a lot. And then let's round it off with this crit. So far we have our triggers and our starter. So pretty easy to use so far, I would say. So now I think we're done with the grade zeros. Let's now go on to grade ones. So we're gonna have to unclick the grade 0 there. So for grade ones in standard DP, we're definitely playing Grand Rope here. And you can see it's really easy to use, you know, just click on cards that you want. And of course you can like look up the effects in English of these cards. So it kind of depends on you knowing the effects. But if you want to just like make a deck list, just show your friends online. It's very good to use for that reason. Then let's see. I like using, on top of this, I guess Die Brave will definitely be in here. We'll just scroll through what they have. Twin Order, definitely 4 of. That's a promo that we definitely want to be running. And I guess we can fill it up with either Die Brave, or this card has been pretty good too for me lately. Helps you search more grade 3s. But in a Die Liner build, which I'm making here, I think I might want to play some Quilts. And yeah, let's just call it at that for now. We might add more as we go. So I've been making some changes to my deck list, as you can see. Then for grade 2s, it's pretty straightforward. Let's add some Platinum Aces in there, a couple of these active masks, and then of course Die Dragon, also very important card. So let's call it a 10 grade 2s, I would say. I think that's a fine number to call it at. And then let's go to grade 3s here, and of course add our Black, very important card. Die Liner, of course, also very important. And Great Dayusha. I do have SVRs. Oops, not the regular one. The Great Dayusha here. So, with that, we have reached 50 cards. Here I might want to actually play an extra Die Arm. So it's going to become 51. So we have to take out one of our cards. So I think I'm going to go back and go to grade 1s here. Should I take out a grade 1? Maybe grade 2. Maybe take out a Platinum Ace. I think 11 grade 1s is already pretty, like, you know, it's a good number to stop at. So I think I'm going to take out one of my Platinum Aces here, just to balance it out maybe. So I think let's do it like that. So now we're done building the deck in standard. So now we're going to click on this button here. So this top right you see here, click on it, and it's going to show you, so you got 50 cards, you have 34 normal units, as you always should, and 16 triggers, as you always should. And now, well, of course, I guess it doesn't have to be 34 normal units if you're playing orders. And here's going to preview your deck list for you. Then on top of that, it's going to show you the ratios. So 17 grade 0s, 11 grade 1s, 9 grade 2s, and 13 grade 3s. So that's, you know, the DP special running a lot of grade 3s. So this is what the deck looks like. But this isn't the finished product just yet, because now you can name it something. So let's name it Presentation, since we're presenting the video. Presentation Standard. Let's do Presentation Standard. And then click on this to submit it. So you submit it. And then, after it finishes up, it loads, and it gives you a deck code, which you can now basically use to always share your deck list. Then you can also do deck code copy, and then here, you can share your newly created deck list, whether it's on Twitter or on Line. If you don't know what Line is, it's kind of like the Skype of Japan, so it's kind of like the main messaging app that Japan uses. I always use it myself as well to talk to my girlfriend, but let's use let's use Twitter here to just load it up. And as you can see, it immediately pops this out. And when you can of course change the text if you want to something else. And when you click on this link, or like when you post this link into your Twitter, it will actually preview that deck list in the tweet. So let me show you actually, because one of my friends actually did share some deck lists. So we're gonna look at Mr. Yellow Card Vanguard here. So if we go down, he just shared down here some like Tachikaze list, for example. So he just put the links in his tweet, and it immediately shows the deck list just like that. And so if we go to deck log here in the hashtag, you'll see all the people here that are sharing their deck lists. You know, a lot of English speakers, and you know, Japanese speakers too, that are sharing their deck lists. you know, and just able to present what they have made. It's actually mostly foreigners. Interesting. I'm quite surprised about that. But yeah, so this is going to be a really great way to like show, like if you win a tournament or something, you can show your deck list here. If you come up with like a spicy tech or something, you can just share it. You know, we see here like a Mega Colony player sharing their Ghidorah deck list and stuff like that. So definitely a very interesting way to present your stuff. And then of course the other thing is that you can click this button to actually see your deck again. So here you can just click it, and this will again preview your deck for you. So if you want to like crop this out, for example, normally the web page looks like this, so it's kind of zoomed out. So you can actually get the full profile in it with the deck ratios and everything. Or you can just take a screenshot of this, for example, like this area of just your cards. So this is for standard. Now let's go back and make a new one for premium. So we're gonna go to Vanguard. We're gonna go to premium standard, and let's make Narukami. Let's make my Vanquisher deck list that I made. So this one, we might need to actually, you can also here, I didn't mention, you can search for specific cards, so that's also very important. So let's again go in the same order as before. Take a look at the grade zeros first. So of course, 4 of the Strider crit, very important. 1 V-Series starter. We're not running the draw PGs, we're running fronts, and then we also need the other premium collection crit. So that's, then we need heals, of course. Heals are going to be here. So we got the heals, so that's going to be the grade zeros. And then you can also look at the older grade zeros. So this is like where you can, if you're like browsing for card ideas and you're like, let's take a look at like what kind of stand, if like effect stand triggers do we have like back in the early days. So we have like a countercharging one, you know, and like the one that draws you extra cards, you know, and stuff like that. So it's like a bunch of stuff that you can like browse by just looking back at these older cards. But we're not going to do that now. So we have our grade zeros. Let's look at the grade ones now. So here, you know, in my deck list, I was running 4 Bajan, I believe. Then we were also running not that many V-Series cards. That's one of the points I was making. 4 of these PGs, very important. 4 Stride Fodders. And what was the last? Fatine. Where's Fatine? I think her name was Fatine, right? Yeah, Fatine. 2 of, I think. So, you know, we do that. And then here, we go to the grade 2s. Chatura, of course, very important. Choo at 4, very important. And I think it was 2 of these because I did run 9 grade 3s. So we're going to run 4 Vanquisher, 4 Jaggy Shot, and the one of Sigma. Where is Mr. Sigma? Sigma is right there. So there we go. 50 main deck cards. So that's already finished up. Let me zoom in a little bit. So that's the 50 main deck. And now we can take this off. And then here, so this is main deck. And this is G deck, so this is your G zone. So you click on this, go to G deck, and you get to browse all the available cards. So it's going to show us Stunverse. You know, we can put 3 Stunverse. You know, I played 4 in the deck profile, but I think 3 is definitely enough. 1 Gilgal. Then we're going to run, I don't have Drachmas. I'm going to run 2 of these, 1 of these. I think I had 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, 2 of these. And we got the SPs. I can keep my SPs in the deck list as well. And then I think we had Cray Elementals too. So we can go back here. Cray Elementals. Was it Dismal I ran? I don't think it was Dismal. I think we can run the Raktum, technically. Yeah, I guess we can run 1 Raktum, so it might not be spot on the same deck list, but as you can see, it's very easy to just browse and like look around and like see what kind of cards that you would normally have in these deck lists. So yeah, this is really easy to use. So again, now we go to save the deck list, shows us the ratio. So this is the main deck. You know, we have our triggers, you know, and there's nothing wrong with the deck, 16 triggers, you know, on the main deck. And then we got the G zone. So it does it in the order that things appear in. So you can't sadly reorder it. Like if I would like to put the Cray Elemental here, but it just does it in whatever order it has it in the database. So here you can see, you know, my basically the way that I built my deck already. So that's definitely very cool. So yeah, and then of course, again, you just go, you know, name your deck something. So presentation stand premium this time, and then you just save it. And then that's it. You can basically just go share it on Twitter, or you can just go check it out or share it with a decklist code too. And there you go. There's your decklist. So you can, like, for example, for premium, you might just zoom out a little bit to capture, even on my really big screen, you have to zoom out a fair bit to actually capture both the G zone and the main deck. But it's a very nice way because it's easy to read, the numbers are big and they pop, you know, of like each card's counter, and or you know, it's just very, very nice. So yeah, honestly, I'm pretty damn happy with this thing that they added here for you know, just Bushiroad games in general. It's definitely gonna be nice to just present your deck list after you're done building it, just like that on Twitter, also on Discord. You know, you can share these anywhere on the internet, and also just like when you win a tournament, you can share them, and also of course when you're just like experimenting, as I said earlier, you can also share your deck list. So I think it's pretty cool. Definitely good job, Bushiroad, for adding this finally. Other card games have had these things for quite a while, but I just hope they do translate this into English. It's cool that it exists in Japanese, but I think for a lot of the English players, it might be a little bit difficult to use. That's why I wanted to make this video, to kind of give you a tutorial on how it actually works. But on that note, that's going to be it for me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.